Welcome to Defying Dice, a weekly D&D podcast where me and my friends play Dungeons & Dragons. In our fourth episode, our party has returned back to the inn, with some spoils they collected from the crypt they just explored. After looking through their items, they head out on a quest given to them by Landon Haywood, their friendly innkeeper. But before we get into that, I would like to thank you for listening to our humble podcast. It means a lot to us, and we appreciate it so much. I personally have noticed that we've improved a lot from our first recording session, and I hope you guys really do enjoy it. But I want to know your thoughts on our show, so please tweet at us at Defying Dice or go to our Facebook page and message us there. Getting feedback is really helpful for us, and it inspires us to do more and get better. We'd love to hear from you. But without any further ado, let's get into the game. Enjoy. So, our group of adventurers decided to return back to the bar after their first escapade as a quest. They had been assigned or conscripted by Landon Haywood, one of the owners of the Soft Ground Inn. This barkeeper decided to hire them out to let his business grow by taking down Clayton Shade, who was the resident provider of goods or exporter out of the town. Our group decided to head out and help a man named Andrew Santoras by going down to his farm. Finding it abandoned and his family missing, they went and searched. After passing through what seemed to be a magical fog wall, they found a nice young woman named Magdalene. They talked to her for a while. Yes, Drew Barrymore-esque. As they continued through, they decided that they might need Andrew there. So they decided that they would need Andrew to bring him back. Reluctantly, they tied him up, bagged his head, and brought him to Magdalene, who turned out to be a little more haggish in nature. Just pull the paper up, man. There we go, we're okay. It's fine, don't worry about it. That's our bard, he finally came up. Anyway.
Hey guys.
So, after they escorted him to Magdalene, they left, seeming quest completed, and they went to a tomb where they found a few bodies, massacred, went through a passageway where they found that Magdalene had helped them out to find through the passage. They got down there, found some artifacts after falling off a bridge.
But we were smart because we used ropes to tie ourselves off.
Yeah, and you slammed into the cliff wall.
And almost died.
Yeah, it was totally good.
Yeah.
You guys managed to find some artifacts, a nice short sword, a pot, a scroll, and there was some potions. But in an attempt to Indiana Jones save the pedestal, our resident druid knocked over the potions, shattering them on the ground.
One job.
They then decided to leave and were chased out by these horrible, malformed pincer monsters that were teleporting through the shadows towards them. They managed to quickly escape, get away from the area, and head back to the bar, finding that Magdalene's house and picket fence were all gone, back to normal forest, and the farmyard that they found that was dilapidated was once again restored to a normal-looking farmyard, nice.
Just not nearly as many crops as there were before.
There was none at all.
The crops were bad, but the house was better.
Yes. They then returned back to the tavern to have a few drinks and to explore their loot that they captured. And that is where we return with the group sitting at the bar having a few drinks. Landon is off in the corner just kind of wiping on some glasses. There's some people in the area, but it's a little bit more quiet today. And that is where our group resumes.
Right, that was one hell of a trek, eh, boys?
Yeah, I got a pretty cool vase out of the deal.
I actually don't really know what I got. What did I get?
You got a bone to the shoulder from the hammer of one of the monsters that you guys fought. Other than that, you did not get anything.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a vase that when you swash or you shake it, it sounds like there's water inside.
Yep.
Then when you put your arm inside, there's no water. Mm-hmm. And I almost died because I jumped into a bag of holding.
Yes, that too.
Good thing,
That was kind of funny.
Alexander.
A good thing Alexander was smart enough to pull me out before I died.
Yeah.
Started suffocating. Suffocating, not suffer.
Yes, so in case anybody is wondering and listening, our bard is back. Mr. Ren Sparky, I believe.
That would be me.
Yeah, Spock.
That would be him. And just in case anybody else was wondering, we do still have our wizard, Alexander Phoenix, our druid, Gilbert Flint,
Aye.
and our Goliath, Vegamin Letham. So,
Badgeman.
yeah, so we still have everybody here, and our bard showed up. So,
I'm not sick anymore.
exactly. So you guys are sitting there having a few brews, just talking amongst yourselves. You were wondering about your vase?
Yeah. I was trying to inspect it to see what it was.
Yeah, it is just
What magical qualities
it's
it
like an
has.
open pot, kind of brown, drab looking, but it does still swish around when you move it. You still haven't quite figured it out. You do have a friend that could identify it if you liked, but you also still have this sword and a scroll that you guys found.
Oh yeah, we did find that long sword, the gold one.
It was silver.
Oh, it was silver?
Yeah.
Okay.
One does that.
Close enough. Same element.
Me.
So, what are you guys doing?
Well, I'm going to see if I can get some water coming out of this thing by tipping it over.
Okay, you tip it over, there's nothing happening? But you said you wanted water in it?
Yeah. Gonna see what
As soon as you said that, the water filled up and started pouring out. And all of a sudden, you're pouring on top of the bar, about 5 gallons of water just pours out. And spills out everything. You turn it back up, and you look in, it's full of water, fresh water.
Wonder if it works with beer. Produce ale!
As you do that,
Shake it.
you hear, and you look in, and there is a full 4 gallons worth of beer.
Oh! See you guys.
Nice.
Let's start
You
drinking.
start pouring it, just pours all over your tiny little gnome body. As this jug is about the same size as your body, you're pouring it over, barely hold on to it,
Completely
and you drop it down. It was like a
I'm
little bit.
reaching in to try to grab some of that.
You reach up beside him as you're trying to grab it. I mean, it actually tastes very good. It's a very good ale. You seem to enjoy it.
Soaked in beer.
I am really liking this this pot.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Oh, that had a little too much beer.
As you look, he's drank like maybe a sixth of it. Like maybe half a pint worth. But he's standing on the bar stool with a crate underneath him, along with our bard, because they cannot reach otherwise. While our Goliath is bending the weight of the stool.
Yeah, sissy girls.
Just being
It's
squeezed.
not my fault I'm small.
So, upon further inspection, you discover that your jug is something special.
Now, I believe when we were in this bar last time, I met a certain lady who went upstairs.
Yes, you sure did.
Is she in the bar?
Make a perception check.
Damn it. 16.
16. Is that plus your perception?
Oh, plus perception. That is a 18.
18. You look around and scanning the area, there's about maybe 10 or 12 people in this. There is 2 or 3 guys sitting in a booth in the corner, kind of drunk, kind of slouched over. There is one couple sitting there having a few drinks together, and there's not too many people around. You look, and the one waitress that is there is different looking to you. She's about a 45-year-old human with kind of dark curly hair, a little bit on the skinny side, about 5 feet tall, that type of thing. And she's just handing stuff back to them, dragging back and forth. It's not the same girl you met, though.
Is she well endowed?
Not over necessarily. I'd say she's more of like an average-looking girl. Nothing too special, but kind of that homegrown charm.
Alright, I go back to drinking beer.
Okay, you go back to drinking beer.
My jug. Buy your own.
Fine, buy my own then. See if I care.
I'm gonna take the scroll and go sit by the fire and try and read it.
Okay, you go take a drink over to the fire pit there, and you open the scroll, and you can see the lettering it's intricate and different. It's different from what you normally see as spells, but as you continue to look through it, you start to read, and it is a spell scroll of Featherfall. And you start to realize that it's a pretty simple spell for you, and you could probably do it pretty easily. That's what you find. Who has the sword?
I think I have it.
You have the sword?
I believe so.
Okay. You kind of pull it out to inspect on top of the counter after you just set your jug down, and you look and you can see it is this shimmering short sword. Where you saw it in the cave, there wasn't much light, but as you bring it out into this tavern now, it kind of glistens with this nice metallic silver sheen. Along the center, you can see scrolling down the edge of the blade and all the way up to the hilt. There's a large white gem right in the center of the crossguard. The handle has a spiraled silver inlay.
Ooh. That is a slick-looking blade.
Yeah.
Is the blade bigger than him?
It's a short sword, so it's a little bit...
It's a short sword.
To him, it would look like a long sword, but it is a short sword. It's about,
Really
2 or 3
only a
feet tall.
knife.
Yeah.
Just a little dagger.
Pocket knife.
Well, I'm gonna go go up to the room, I think, to inspect this, because it could be
Really,
some
we know what
value.
you're going up there for.
He likes the dagger a little too much.
Alright, so you go up with the sword.
Yeah,
Okay.
because to my eyes, it looks pretty valuable, and some of these characters look a little shady, potentially, so...
Okay, so you want to tune to it or just spend some time with it?
Just, see if I can figure out what she is.
Okay. Over the next hour, you spend some time with the sword.
Oh, yeah.
While you guys are sitting,
Candle
you
in
are the half-elf wizard is off at the fire, reading up on his scroll. Our Goliath is just pouring down drinks, I assume.
Just hammer
I
him
take the
down.
Just
jug
hammer
with me,
them
too,
down.
by the way.
You take the jug with you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I changed my mind. I whip out a banjo.
You have
Not drums, banjo.
a
A
banjo.
little more realistic.
All right, there you go.
And just start
Just start
playing
playing
away on the
that.
banjo, yeah.
All right. Roll a performance check.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're gonna
right
be
on.
good party guests. We bring our own liquor and we
damn.
bring our own music.
What am I doing, performance? That
Yes.
is a 13.
13. All right. The people seem to, as soon as you start playing, it's that, you know, just kind of like backwater country. You kind of get some weird looks. But as you start going and start playing, people start to get more into it and into it as they continue on. And they start, for the next half hour or so, you're just playing along and people are going there. That was the music, not you. But as you're talking, you start to draw a crowd towards you. You're gonna love that. I think I killed our bard with that one.
Sound effects.
You start to. There's a whole bunch of people start to gather around you as you're playing, and you end up. They start like putting coins down to you. You end up getting about 5 or 6 gold from them, just chucking coins in your thing as you play.
Alright. How much actually did I start with? Did we start with any?
Say 13 gold. So
So 13 plus 6?
yeah. Oh yeah, you have 25 total with that
Okay.
because you did make some money in the last one too,
Okay.
doing the same thing.
Cool beans.
All right. So while you're playing that, you're drinking.
Yep.
Anything else you guys want to do before the evening's up?
That's all I can think of. Just
Well,
sit by the
we
fire.
might want to go talk to the guy that Landon told us to put out of commission, potentially.
You're upstairs right now. Think that to yourself. You're like, oh yeah, I should do this. But this sword is so shiny.
Okay.
You're sitting at the fire. To our Goliath here. You see, as he's wiping down some glasses, you see Landon come up to you in his standard white cloth t-shirt, you know, tied up with his apron, his long, thin black hair, come up to you with these slightly scarred, bearded face, and he comes up and looks to you and says, "Hi, mates. See you guys got back. Just wondering. Kind of needing you guys to do my job for me. Any news on that? As soon as you could. I mean, you're kind of drinking me out of business here."
Yeah, we just got back today actually, so
Oh, yeah,
first
good.
thing tomorrow morning we'll set out on that.
Tomorrow morning. Appreciate it. I haven't seen Clayton in a while. He hasn't been to the bar in the past few days. I don't think he was too happy that Andrew Santor's is missing now. You guys were the last one to bring him. What happened to him?
Not much, to be honest. Not much. Here one day, gone the next.
Roll a deception check, just real fast.
Nine.
9? Oh, interesting. Well, I mean, if he's missing, he's missing. Well, yeah, if you guys are going to do it tomorrow, that'd be perfect.
Yep, first thing we'll set out.
Thanks, mate. Just remember, it was just west of town. His goblins had a hideout there or something. We haven't seen him, though. Looks like he got a cough, man, or something. I mean,
Nope.
drank too much?
Oh yeah, always.
Good, mate. Well, we'll get you another one.
Sounds good.
He picked a bad week to stop smoking.
That too.
All right, so as the night progresses, you all find a good way to have a nice evening, and you continue on. You guys have a good rest when you guys go to bed, and you wake up in the morning fairly early. Yeah, you attune to your sword, so you know it's there. And as you guys wake up, as I pause for way too long. Where is it? There it is. After you had the sword, you just set it back into its scabbard, and as the night progresses, you start to hear a light feminine voice come in and saying, "Welcome. Thank you for picking me up."
Oh, Lordy, I had way too much ale last night.
It has been some time since I've had a wielder. I hope you prove worthy. Sleep well.
I can't wield short swords. This is so unfortunate.
So
I can wield short swords.
you hear a very, very long feminine just heavy sigh as you fall asleep. So you guys rise up in the morning. Everyone sets up. You guys head down for breakfast. Landon has a hearty breakfast laid out for you all. And he once again is questioning, guys, I need my job done. Clayton's getting a little anxious, you know what I'm saying?
Well, if you haven't seen him for 3 days or whatever you said.
I'm starting to hear a little bit of problems. He's not too happy that his main supply is missing. And he hasn't turned a profit in a while.
Well, I'm game for taking care of it. How about you guys? How about you, Bugdies?
I'm actually not really sure what we're supposed to do, but
We need to put him out of commission.
all right. Yeah, I'm in.
You were drinking a little much, so I understand why you're not quite up to date in what we're doing.
I had a really good performance. So I'm sorry.
It's true, it was impressive. Brought more on to drink, so I appreciate that. What I conscripted your group to do specifically was, I need more business adventures in my business. I'm just in this tavern business, but around the town of Mosswood, we have a lot of farmers, and they grow enough product to send out to Farah in the main city there. I wouldn't mind getting, expanding out, right? So Clayton, he's part of the Thieves Guild, real tough badass, basically. Not a big fan of him. I want his group, his goblin horde that he hides to intimidate the workers, the farmers. I want them gone so I can, slip in. Preferably if Clayton gets, what's the word? Not demoralized, but
Cut out.
cut out of the Thieves Guild type thing. If he's looked bad upon in the Thieves Guild or taken care of, don't kill him though, that would bring suspicion. If he's taken care of, then I can step in, take over his business. That's what I'm looking for.
Fair enough. So you get rid of that middleman.
Exactly. And I become the main supplier here. That would be much appreciated. And the way you guys are running up the bill with the days you're sleeping and the drinks you're drinking, I'm going to need this pretty soon.
Fair enough. I mean, you let me perform here. You let us stay here. We can do that.
Appreciate it. And like I say, you guys are some of the first visitors that come here. There's not very many of the people that come here to visit. I'm not
Can't
sure.
imagine why.
What do you guys know about the town?
Absolutely nothing.
No, that Clayton doesn't like visitors. Clayton not welcome.
Oh, no, that was Andrew. That was Andrew.
That was Andrew?
That was Andrew, yeah.
Sorry, I remembered
Yeah.
incorrectly.
No,
Alright, I remember seeing that sign.
Yeah, wasn't the greatest thing. But this town, in case you weren't wondering, we grow a specific type of crop.
Marijuana.
Oh, I'm interested.
I
Magic
wouldn't say
mushrooms. It's a swamp.
When you guys went to see Andrew Centaur's, did you see his farm?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
blue crystals growing out of the ground.
Blue crystals and some mushrooms.
Oh, it's a myth.
That's what we supply. No. Those blue crystals is water elemental essence distilled. It's a long word, I know. We could just call it weed, mostly. But that's the drug that we mostly export. There also is the brown mushrooms, those brown cap mushrooms. Psychedelic hallucinogen. We don't exactly provide very much good farming, but we grow a lot of profitable crops.
The farming I'm interested in.
So that's why I'm interested in this. There's a lot of money to be made, but the Thieves Guild are watching this place. And so far as I know, from Clayton, he drinks here. He tells me a lot of dirty things. But he was telling me that the Thieves Guild back in Farron is looking for a delivery, and they haven't quite got one in a while. Seeing as Andrew was in here for a few months, or for a month or so with his family missing, his main supplier was gone, so he hasn't been getting much. So Clayton's getting nervous, he's starting to get antsy, and I think he might be looking into me. So I'd appreciate it if you guys could get a little bit faster to get this done. And then
Is
we
Clayton
can turn it
normally in Farron though?
No, Clayton stays mostly around here.
Oh.
He mostly drinks for the most part, but he makes business contacts with the others in the Thieves Guild, and he has this goblin hideout that seems to be underground in some caverns just west of the town,
Okay.
and he sends
basically-
those out.
We have to get the Thieves Guild to basically out Clayton, and then after he's been outed from the Thieves Guild, then we can take care of the goblins, basically.
That would be the best thing. I don't really care what so much happens to the goblins. I mean, they're just,
They're goblins, so...
yeah, those don't make much of a difference. If you ask me, what I would do is take care of the goblins. That gets rid of his force. Clayton now has no pressure on the farms. No one's gonna care about him if his gang's not down. But then he'll be angry and he'll try and find a way to get more profits. That makes him a little bit uneasy. If you could find a way somehow to get rid of him, either dishonor his name or make him disappear, something, send him back to Farron. I don't know exactly, that's your guys' job, but if you can figure that out, then we're golden.
Alright, well, I'm ready to head out to the goblins. What about you boys?
I'm ready to go.
Let's roll.
Alright.
Do this.
Cheers, boys. We'll hopefully see you back soon. Remember, you didn't hear this from me.
Yeah, what?
Never.
Yeah. Oh, we were
yours.
just here for beer.
Exactly.
I was playing music. I was basking.
So, you guys finish your drinks and get ready, and you guys decide to head off.
Yep.
Yeah, just before you head off, Landon says to you, "It's a pretty shiny sword. Where'd you get that from? Didn't have that when you came in." Well, last day.
Oh, you just didn't see it last day.
Yeah, you're gonna roll a deception check on that one. 6. I rolled an 18 and it landed on the edge of my dice box and just stayed there perfectly. It was pretty cool. He looks at you and says, "I'm pretty observant. Barkeeps. I haven't seen that before. You sure you can handle that sword?"
I'm pretty sure. You don't know me.
Okay. Whatever you say, little man. Have fun. And he goes back to just cleaning up his dishes from the rest of the day. So, now the day is yours as you guys do what you do. Alright, just a quick break here to thank Syrinscape for the background music and effects. It's a great free app that helps to add more atmosphere and tension into the environment. If you're a game master or a player, this is a great tool to use to add that one more level up to your game. It's a great tool and you can check them out at Syrinscape.com. I also would like to remind you guys that if you want to get a hold of us, the best way is through Twitter, on Defying Dice, on Facebook. You can get a hold of us there and let us know how we're doing, if we're good, if we need improvement, if we have improved. Anything is really helpful. We would appreciate it a lot. One big thing for us is to leave a review of our podcast, either on iTunes, on Stitcher, or Google Play, wherever you listen to it. If you can just rate us on what you feel we deserve. We would appreciate that. It helps get more visibility and helps us understand what we can do better at. But without any more of me rambling or plugging our random stuff, we'll get back into the game. Enjoy.
Well, I walk out.
Yep.
Yeah, we're all outside.
Heading our way
Do we have
west
horses?
of town.
Is there a place to acquire a horse?
You can make an investigation check if you like.
12.
12? You noticed this before as your other gnome friend came into the tavern looking, or came outside the tavern looking for fishing equipment. He could not find a general goods store, and he could not find anything else other than small little huts and houses built into the large trees of the swamp, or the tavern that is central to the whole town. And when I say town, it's mostly, you exit out of the tavern, as it's this massive tree.
2 or 3 houses.
You see 2 or 3 little shacks that are half molded, half covered in moss. The roadway is just slats over top of the mud, keeping your feet out of the water, essentially. The rest of it is just kind of sprawling little pathways with not much other than residences and the tavern. That's all that you see around. Horses would not do well in this environment, so you get the feeling that there probably wasn't any.
Fair enough. Okay.
So, Alex is the one with the bag of holding, correct?
Uh-huh.
This shiny sword is awfully heavy. Can you pack it around for me?
Sure. If I need to use it, though, I'm going to use it.
Lazy sucker.
Go right ahead. It might, you might hear something. Just saying.
Okay.
You hand it off to him.
Yeah, because it's useless to me.
I need
And
you
it's
to
heavy.
roll a wisdom saving throw real fast.
Wisdom saving. 17 total.
17 total?
Yeah.
You can hear in the back of your mind, "No, don't leave me. Don't leave me." But you release the sword, and he takes it, no problem.
I'll put it in my bag right now because it isn't needed attunement.
Yep, you put it in the bag of holding. Just so you guys know, I don't believe the wizard can attune to a short sword, or can you?
I don't have it written down. So
Can you
I'll have
ever
to look
learn
it up.
proficiencies later on with
You can
your
get
weapons?
feats, or you can train to learn that. Yep.
Oh, so if we went to like a big city, I could go to like a battle arena and be trained?
Yep, you can be trained up to do that in a few days.
Okay, well, I might just have to do that later on then.
But I think right now, the only one is The only one is the bard that can actually wield the short sword. Or our giant here.
More short sword.
I do, actually. I do.
And it's shiny. It talks to you.
I just have a standard short sword. I actually have short sword as my weapon.
Yeah, that's the one thing I remembered from last game. So you hand the sword off to the bard for him to inspect it.
Well, I start climbing up on top of Vegamin over here so he can pack me around the swamp.
Are you letting him do that?
Learn to walk with him.
No, you lazy wimp.
I'm walking. I walk all the time. Why can't you walk?
Because we're 2.5 feet tall and our legs can't move as fast as Buddy over
How
here.
big are your feet?
Big enough.
I just walk over and sit down on his foot.
There's
And I boot you half a football field away.
roll a strength check.
Okay.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Down,
You're
mate.
gonna trip.
Oh, shit. 10.
10,
15.
15.
See ya!
About, I'd say 50, no, probably about 25, 30 feet. You see your bard tumble and land in like this of mud, like this little, just muskeg, basically, just plopped in there, little feet wiggling out with his head stuck in the ground.
Sparky.
After some prodding, you kind of get yourself out, kind of shake it off.
You fucking
You're
twat.
from halfway up, your body is just coated in mud. There's just little eye holes and very, very, like, completely messed up. And you continue walking.
Didn't get it.
Does the bard want to do something? Because that's a bard wanting to do something face.
That is.
I'm looking.
Did the bard forget to put prestidigitation?
This one.
There it is. So you do a few hand motions and completely clean. This shiny little gnome appears with, instead of pouring out the swamp water, just all vanishes from. Nice, clean gnome. Smells a little bit like swamp, but, not too bad.
We all do.
Exactly.
Smell like swamp in the morning.
So, as you guys continue on, heading westward, because that's the only direction you had, you continue on, and the trees are still these massive, 30-foot in diameter trees. They're still big, covering this large canopy that blocks out most of the sun, except for a few light rays. There used to be a fog as you guys came closer, but now it is all gone. It's actually a very nice area, other than that swampy smell. You see a few little rodents run past. You do have a pathway that follows up until you get to a certain point where it veers off to a small little farm off to the north. And there is still a very faint trail, but I would need who's leading.
Well, he's in front.
I'm like 50 feet ahead because I just got punted.
I mean, you guys would have caught up, but
Yeah,
sure.
but I'll be.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Damn it. That would be a 8.
An 8. You look off as the trail veers straight north, heading towards a small little farm. You look, and it doesn't look like anybody ever goes past to the west. Doesn't seem like there's anything there.
Okay. So it branches?
No, you guys were following a western trail with those wooden slats, slowly making your way through, and then the trail goes up to the north, off to a small little farm, and then stops, seeming that you're on the edge of the town border.
Well, my father did tell me about goblins before, and they tend to like dark places, so maybe they're underground.
Do you want to make a perception check?
I'm going to make a perception check.
Okay.
It's actually not unrealistic.
21 total.
21 total. You look, and as you kind of pass your bard friend off to the side, you look down, and directly in front of him, you see goblin tracks. A small little set that was fairly easy to see, and you're kind of wondering why your friend couldn't quite find that out as he was scanning the horizon. But you do notice that this trail kind of veers through the swamp mud, making a few distinct marks in the soft ground. And that's where you assume is the direction of the goblin trail.
My head is a bit dazed from when I got kicked. I went head first into the ground. My bad. Sorry.
Excuses.
Shut it there, dumbass.
I'm gonna look around and see if there's anything that's following us or wants to anything like that,
Sure, make a perception check.
or if there's anything around us. That is 11.
11? It's hard to say. You do see movement around the area, but it mostly seems just like small little animals. You don't see anything too out of place. But you did notice, being one with nature mostly, you did notice that the footprints were fairly fresh. And it looks like just single file, one little thing heading through. But you guys can continue on. Right now, you have to break trail.
I'm following the tracks, and as we're walking, I just pull out one spear and kind of have it ready as we're walking. It's like a hiking stick spear.
Okay,
sort of.
As you continue walking, it's getting more into that really just nasty swamp, like that muskeg that you're just sucking every single foot in through. The gnomes are having a really hard time getting through because every time they step through, they're light enough to kind of skirt through, but it's soft enough that once their leg goes in, it's like whoop, right down, and they're kind of trying to wade through. Our large Goliath is also having a bit of a problem, but he's at least keeping knees up, that's about the height of the gnomes, so he's doing okay. You seem to be... Your robes are getting muddied, but you seem okay. You guys...
So we're all making it through then.
The gnomes are starting to kind of sink in a little bit more.
Very slow pace.
Look, Vagman, do you not see it? We're not getting it very far. Can we just jump on your back? It's not because we're lazy, it's because we literally can't go anymore.
I guess so.
Thank you, buddy. I hop up on his left shoulder.
I'll go up on his right.
All right.
How much do you weigh?
The gnomes?
I weigh like 30.
I think he's 35. I think you're like 20,
I'm less,
27
I'm
maybe.
only
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, well...
So like a total of
carry
maybe
me?
I was just thinking about it, but I can't.
55 pounds.
No, can't.
What are you thinking of?
I was going to use magic hand and kind of just hold him.
No, that's about 5
yeah.
or 6 pounds, isn't it?
It's a max of 10 pounds.
Yeah, okay. So you can't... You try
figured
it.
'cause you were
You try a little bit, try to pick him up, but it doesn't quite, just kind of pulls his shirt up a bit.
How tall, like how big are you?
I'm like
He's human.
5'7".
Oh, could you not, like, piggyback me?
Yeah, he could.
Yeah, I could.
But his shoulders are also
Like
massive.
that wide.
Yeah, he's about like a
like
3 foot.
Okay,
like a
fair,
bench for
Yeah.
us.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you guys got plenty of room. So as you continue through,
I'm not that strong.
your silhouettes against the bright of the swamp, you see this large figure with 2 little round, like 3 little mountain heads, and this one small little half elf walking beside, about half the height of the Goliath. Well, about 2/3 of it. There's plenty of bugs in the swamp, and you kind of swat them away as you go.
I eat one.
Who's on the lookout?
Oh, I'm the one following the tracks.
So make a perception check.
Yeah.
17 total.
17 total. Okay. Because I rolled a 2. You see, in one of the underneath one of the roots to the left, you see what looks like small little eyes just underneath one of the roots. And as you make eye contact with it, it vanishes.
Disappear.
I speak out to it, saying, "It's okay, come on out. We see you."
There is no response.
How far away are we?
From where that root was? Maybe 25 feet? Maybe about 10, 15.
Vegeman, set me down. I'm going to inspect.
Okay.
Can I cast Fairy Fire?
Sure, if you want to.
Is it a ritual or a spell?
It's a spell.
Okay.
It outlines
Yeah.
creatures.
Cool. The root is only about 2 or 3, maybe 2 feet tall, and it'll just kind of underneath there. So you could do it right underneath where the root was, but you guys are a fair bit distance away. I mean, it's up to you. You can use that.
You said it was 25 feet away?
About 15 feet.
Yeah.
15 feet. Because I have a 20-foot cube.
Yeah, you could do the whole tree where it is.
I don't know, do you think it's worth it?
Just do it.
It's up to you, man.
I'm already going to inspect it, so...
Alright, fine, let you inspect.
Okay, so you push Mega Man off to the side there.
Well, Vegeman just sets me down.
Okay,
Yep.
And I start just kind of...
you start walking through.
Start walking towards it.
As you walk, you hear a very faint little... actually, what's your passive perception?
My passive... I don't have it written down.
What's your perception?
Perception is +5.
So you have 15 is your passive.
Okay, 15.
Yeah, it's 10 plus your perception.
Okay.
Yeah, you get closer towards the tree there. You look underneath where the eyes were. Seems dark in there.
Produce flame. Cantrip.
Okay. You produce a flame there. And as you look in the hole there seems to be a small, looks like a few leftover arrows set off on the side underneath there. And you see little scuff marks in the mud, pulling, looks like backwards behind where the root was. Underneath the root, underground the tree.
Hey guys, I think draw back the flame and kind of just exit that little opening in the root and go, hey guys, I think I found one of our goblin entrances.
There you are. Can you pull that root up?
Can I or will I?
Will you? Just do
Please.
it.
Oh, fine. Okay, I'm gonna pull the root up.
Okay, so you walk up. You know, you keep your back straight, lift the legs. Roll a strength check.
Okay.
Come on, natural 20.
23.
23. You
21.
lift to pull the.
That's not a saving throw. You just use your strength.
No, it would be athletics. So it would be pretty high.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus 6, yeah, so 23.
Yeah, so as you lift up and pull, you can hear that as the root snaps, pulling a bunch of muddy swamp water with it. As you pull it back, it snaps off the trunk and you kind of toss it off to the side. You can see there now the tunnel where it goes is only about 2 to a foot and a half in diameter. Very small little tunnel.
Only the bar.
And as it goes, it turns back and stays just underneath the roots and looks like it kind of trails just behind the tree.
Out of ground or underground still?
That's still underneath the roots. It's just underneath the
Is it filling in with water?
No.
Because now that the tree's gone,
No, the tree's still there. The tree is still like a 25-foot wide tree.
I'm going to drown him out. I'm going to use my jug and start pouring water through.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a day. So you start, you look at the jug and water. And you start pouring about 5 gallons worth of water kind of falls out. It's about 15 gallons. Pours out in there and just kind of pools in. Just kind of sinks. You look at the little tunnel. It looks like the little scuff marks where he was backing up before you washed away with mud. Kind of looked like he was scooting back around the tree. It wasn't going deeper. It was just around these roots of the tree.
It's probably a pretty intricate system.
Probably just like an animal.
Should we just go check it out?
I was just going to, like you go, I was just going to do the same thing you do when you're gopher hunting. Flesh the gopher out and beat it with a stick.
It's not a gopher we're looking for.
Well, it's the same
goblin.
principle.
Let's just go down there and see what we can
Flesh
see.
them out. Alright.
We'll tie some ropes around our waists. If we yell, they yank us out.
Alright. Sounds good.
All right, so who is going in and who has the rope?
I got the rope, obviously.
Okay.
I'll go in
Megaman
first.
grabs the rope and it's kind of like...
I'll go.
Actually, wait. You stay here. I'll go in by myself.
I'll go with you.
Really?
I'm going with you. You don't tell me what to do.
Well, no. I mean, you seem like you don't want to go because, I mean, you're lazy. I can tell that.
I was just trying to think of the easiest way to do it.
This is. If
Flushing them out would have worked.
Well, got a lot. We'll be standing here for hours. Okay, I take the rope.
Tie it around your waist.
Because I'm tired of waiting. Tie it around my waist, and I just jump down and start walking.
You get on your hands and knees and start crawling underneath where this root goes.
He's used to that.
After about 20 seconds, you can see there's light on the other side as it curves around, and you can see it pops up on the other side, just on the opposite side of the tree of you guys, and you can see there's little tracks, and they start running off towards in the swamp.
Oh, so there's only a hole for like 10 feet.
Yeah, it was basically just a little tunnel where a guy could hide for an ambush and could escape around the back of the tree. As you... Well, what are you doing?
I was just going to turn around and crawl back out.
Okay, you turn around and crawl back out. Yeah, as you appear, you guys just see this small little gnome kind of scoot back, butt first, through the tunnel.
Okay, let's go around to the other side of the tree. It's just a place for them to ambush
I
us.
grabbed those arrows that I seen there.
Okay.
They're
only about... They're more... Looks like bolts, but they are arrows for a small little bow.
So how many of them?
About 3 goblin arrows.
Did I see... Sorry, I forgot to ask. Did I see any objects or anything like that were left kind of laying around or any sort of...
No, you crawled
writing
past...
Or...
You crawled past the arrows, but there was nothing really else. It was mostly just someone had dug this out.
Right.
Just to get in there. A place to shoot arrows and then hide back.
Okay.
So as you guys come back around to the other side of the tree, you want to look for
I'm going to look for
footprints?
I'm going to look for the footprints that you had told us about.
Okay.
Footy prints.
I got a 16 perception.
16?
Yep.
You do see that there are footprints that start running off, and there's a few splashes in the mud where footprints trail off away from where you guys were standing.
Let's haul off. Let's catch this little guy.
What do you find? See anything that were...
Follow me! As I start running through
Okay, so you guys, as he kind of turns around the trail, he just takes off running in a direction.
I'm following him.
Okay, you guys follow.
What the hell is going on with them? I guess we follow.
Yep.
As you guys
Not
continue,
much running for us, but...
as you guys
Tiny little legs are
continue,
running and we're just just normally walking behind
Yeah,
you. It's
pretty
fine.
much. We're at a full-blown sprint, and there's like 1 step, 2 step, 3 step.
Yeah, basically, as you're going by, the Goliath is taking just like normal, basic steps. As you can see, a rooster tail kicking up from the heels of the little gnomes. They eventually get picked up by the Goliath and just kind of held off by their shirts as they continue through.
I'm still running.
Still a little running as you're being held up. You guys continue forward a little bit further. You're looking out for stuff?
Yeah, I'm telling where Big Man to go.
Okay.
Or I'm English.
Yeah, you continue through, and it seems like the footprints go away, but you continue in that same direction. You guys continue past. There's a few more trees as you go. Looks like the goblin was running for a long time. Until you get to a small little area where there looks like there's a few piled of stones, like almost an underground cellar type look, where it's just that mound of dirt, and there's one entryway, or a cave entrance, basically. And as you guys get towards there, the Goliath and the half-elf take no damage as 2 arrows fly off to the side from either side of 2 trees, as these small little goblins you can now see just fire 2 arrows at you from the top of the trees.
How far away?
They're about 15 feet on each side. And as they fire their arrows,
What's that for?
they quickly look at you, scared because I rolled a 2 and a 4, and they and start running back, turn back, and hide. And they seem pretty hidden.
Hiding up in a tree.
Now, when you say they're hiding, are they like invisible, or are they just?
You see them fire, and they turn back,
Ah,
and they're out of sight now.
Kind of like stealth.
How big are the trees again?
These trees are about 15 feet diameter, with few there's no real branches all the way up, but it just goes up to a large canopy about 100 feet up.
Can I like see if I can see where? Because I seen where they were. Can I see them now?
Make a perception check.
Yeah, they use sneak or stealth.
yeah. Can I look to see if I can see them?
Sure.
That was 4.
Yeah,
Four?
we're all looking
tree,
for
man.
it. We are all
Arrows?
looking for
Trees shoot arrows.
21.
21.
19 plus 2.
You notice
17.
that there is what looks like, what'd you get?
I got a 17.
17?
Yeah.
Okay, you just made it 2. You both notice there looks like small little blinds set up where there was kind of slightly attached to the tree where goblins could shoot arrows from. You don't see them there, but as you come around, you do see there is a small ladder going down the trees.
Is there any rocks nearby?
Not
could
too
probably
many.
throw
There's
us.
a
I
few
was
things.
just gonna say, can he throw us up into the tree?
Sure, if you want to.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Roll a d20
I get my
and add your
spear.
dexterity to it.
So, did you give me this?
I gave it to
19.
Jared, and Jared gave it to
19.
Yeah, 19.
So can I actually use it?
you. If you're proficient with swords, but you have to become attuned to it. Otherwise, you
Yeah, so I can't use it now. Okay.
You could use it.
as
It was just a short sword.
but you
Oh,
wouldn't
okay.
have the proficient or the bonus.
If you guys wanted
I was
to,
just making sure. I didn't want to like say, okay, I'm going to tune to it when you're like, excuse me.
Yeah.
okay, before you threw them, if you wanted to, you guys could have attuned to it before the bar or at the bar.
I gave it to him once we were outside.
Yeah,
Well, they
you
were
guys could have
low.
spent a few minutes to attune to it as you were walking because it took you about 20
You're allowing
minutes.
this?
Yeah, if you want to.
Then yes, that is what.
Okay.
Yes, I attuned to it then.
So while you were riding on his shoulders through the swamp, getting it through, because it did take you a while to get
Yeah.
there, you stood there with a sword, kind of looking at it, examining the sword, and eventually you start to realize
I was just sitting on his shoulder.
there's a bit of power to it, and it's a +1 short sword, so your attack and damage goes up by 1, and there is other bonuses to it. And as you kind of feel it, you're like, "Oh, this is a pretty decent sword." And then you hear in the back of your voice, "Are you my new owner?"
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
What?
Yes, ma'am.
Sparky.
What?
Who are you,
Oh,
who are you
oh.
talking to?
Sorry.
Just you and me.
Just voices in my head. I don't know.
I'm not the
Don't
only
mind-
one.
Don't mind me.
We
It's
shall
alright.
fight
I'm
as
fine.
one.
I'm fine. I'm good. Sorry. Daydreaming about my parents.
All right.
Now, a question for the DM: do we have to like pause the game if we want to go up and get a drink?
Just
Or-
give it a few more minutes. We'll keep going. As you guys move up a little bit, Vegaman takes one of the gnomes. Which one are you taking first?
Me first. Dibs.
All right, the chubbier gnome. As you
fire
chuck it, and you
bastard.
fly up, and it's right towards where the blind is. I need you to make a athletics check.
Athletics check.
It's kind of like.
Oh, look at that,
a rock,
-1.
I guess.
Me too.
I got 3.
3. You see almost like that slow motion jumping off, like, Fast and Furious, where Dom's like jumping off over the cross thing. Yeah, you're doing that as this fat gnome goes to reach for the side of the blind. You grab onto it, and your fingers slip off because you're fat, and you fall. You fall about 15 feet. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you impact hard against the ground. As you are in the air, he takes the other gnome and throws him. Make a roll at your dexterity.
13.
13.
13, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that,
Kind of
Vigan.
thing I can use it as a group.
So as you see your druid friend get hucked off in the air, you immediately get thrown again by the Goliath. As you go flying off, same thing. You see two gnomes cross. As you reach the other tree, I need you to make a athletics check.
10.
10. You manage to grab onto the side of the thing and kind of hang there. You manage to hold yourself up on top. And as you do that, you see a little goblin on the corner down in the side look up at you and go, "Masa!" As he takes a bow and fires at you. That is a
Can I grab?
10 to hit. So just as you're holding there, you see right beside you an arrow stuck in the tree. As you are on the ground, you see a little goblin look at you and go, "Masa!" and run up towards you with a small little scimitar with advantage because you're prone. I can't roll for shit. So I rolled a 2 and a 7, so a 13. Is that your armor class, or what's your armor class?
So you rolled
I rolled a 13 total.
13 total? That does hit then.
Oh, okay, so just as he brings the scimitar down, you take 1d6 plus... You take 4 points of damage.
Oh, yay.
As this little goblin hits you in the side.
I'm gonna run up to the goblin, punt him for that.
Do we have to roll initiative first?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
You run up and go and punt the goblin.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, make a strength check.
Football kicking.
Natural 20.
Oh, he gone.
Yeah. Okay.
That's awesome.
I want you to roll 2d6.
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 Okay.
D6.
And then add your strength to it.
2 and 3, so 5.
5 plus
4
4,
is
9. So as you see this little... Which one you were... Yeah, you were hitting
The
the
one
guy that
that
just stabbed
hit
him.
me.
As you see... As this goblin just reach up and chop him just on the shoulder, cutting deep, you all of a sudden can see, very Jurassic Park style, the water around. Boom, boom, boom. As this Goliath runs up, straight up, boom, punts the goblin right in the face, connects just underneath the chin. As the head pops off, spins off to the side, blood spurting off the neck, and lands off in the swamp water beside it. And the
From
body
the
just
tree you hear, you need
falls.
to cut your toenails.
You hear the small bard say that as our wizard now can act if he sees the other goblin there.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at him.
A firebolt? Okay. Roll your d20.
That is a 17.
17. That hits. So it's a 1d8, I think?
Yep.
Roll a d8. And how much damage do you take?
5.
5. As you see this goblin just reload and look at his poor little friend that just got his head literally kicked off, he looks that way as this firebolt sinks right into his armor, and you can see he start to burn a little bit just underneath his collarbone as he screams out in pain. As that happens, he's going to try and run away. And he trips and falls over one of the roots because I can't roll for anything. He trips and falls, lands about 10 feet just below our bard, about 10 feet away. And as this comes up, it is the druid who kind of can get up now, hurt, and can look towards him. It would be your go, as the goblin just barely gets 10 feet away from where he was.
Well, I am going to transform into the
Right.
giant constrictor, if I can find it in here.
Giant constrictor snake.
Yes, giant constrictor
damn.
snake.
Okay.
And I actually I can't do that because it can swim.
Oh, disappointing.
Just
That was-
the brown bear then.
You're gonna turn into a brown bear?
Yeah.
All right. So as you're laying on the ground, hurt from the fall, and then a sword, you get up and start to morph into this four-legged, furry, massive bear, half the size of Vegamon's waist. Getting up there, looking towards where this little goblin was, you take off. What's your speed?
My speed is 40.
40. Yeah, you managed to reach up right on top of the goblin, and you can go for your attacks.
I'm gonna do a non-lethal, but I'm
Okay.
just gonna pin him right to the ground.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Up from the tree here. Damn.
All right.
That would be an 11.
An 11. All right, as you go to try and reach on the goblin, too slippery, too big, and that pain you felt from before just kind of can't quite catch him. But he is right in front of you. Does the bear have multi-attack or just one?
The brown bear has multi-attack.
So you can go for it again. As you kind of jump off one paw on one side, you bring your second paw for the other one.
Alright, another athletics check?
Yep, same
Yeah.
thing.
Work. 14 this time.
14. The goblin is too fast and too slippery that you just can't quite pin it down. As you can see this bear just kind of pulling up in the mud, just... With that, it would now be the goblin as he disengages from you and starts running 30 feet from you. Just starts charging that way. At this point, it is the bard's turn as you are hanging off this
I'm
blind.
still hanging from a tree.
Yeah, from one hand hanging there. So what do you want to do? You're about 15 feet up, or about 12 feet up.
12 feet.
What are you doing?
I'm thinking. Is there a way? Can I come over to him and have him come over so I can drop down?
You could wait for him to do that and call that, yeah? You'd hold your action for something.
Like, can I just at least bring up and maybe grab onto that arrow, just so I'm not hanging by one arm?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, you grab onto the side of the arrow and just kind of hang there.
Just hang there,
Okay.
and then hold.
Yeah. Just make an athletics check for me.
Damn it. 15.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it. So you manage to just hang on there, keeping yourself aloft as you yell out.
Oh. Hey, Vagaman. I need some help. I need you to come over and catch me so I can fall down.
What's your range on cutting words?
On what?
Cutting words.
I don't have cutting words. I have cure wounds.
No, you picked cutting words, did you not?
No.
Is that not a cantrip? I'm pretty sure you did. No, not cutting words.
No.
Vicious mockery.
Vicious mockery and...
The goblin is in range of vicious mockery.
Is he really?
He is. I think, because you... What's the range on it? 30 feet?
There is no, to see within range, 60 feet.
60 feet. He is in range.
Oh, dude, I'm doing it.
As you're hanging there from this tree, this little gnome, what are you doing?
Oh, I guess I gotta yell at him.
Yeah, you gotta yell something at him.
Do it.
Hold on,
You're viciously mocking this goblin.
Alright, so I'm hanging from this tree. Oh, you green little shit. What are you doing? You running away, you little pussy? You can't fight? Come on. Like you can't take on a bear. Come on. You got arrows. Fight, you sack of shit.
So as you're saying this, you can see the goblin turn around, roll your dice, roll your hit damage.
What is it, D4? Passes out.
Oh, no.
No,
Big damage. Yeah.
1d4. 3.
3. As you can see, this goblin is running from this brown bear. As he gets halfway through, moving from his full paces, he turns around, and you can see there's this sunken look in his face. It's like, I'm not a coward. As he runs up and starts to fall and kind of tumbles off to the side. Seems like you hurt his soul pretty bad, and he's on the ground now. On the ground now, face down in a puddle.
Oh, damn.
So you can feel the damage. So, back to that. You guys can all move towards him if you want.
I'm gonna take him out of the puddle so he doesn't drown and die.
Yep, you grab him, and you can see he is unconscious and kind of not looking the greatest, but he is still breathing.
Okay, I want to hold him up against the tree. And does anybody speak?
I speak bear right now.
Yeah, there's a big brown bear beside you there.
Yeah, help.
I only do gnomish and common.
Okay.
No.
Anybody speak goblin, or?
Yeah, does anyone speak Goblin? No.
Ooh.
Do you have a spell?
I didn't pick it.
I have comprehend languages.
What does
Oh,
that
yeah,
say?
you have that. Right, that's why I didn't pick it.
Does it let you speak with someone or written text?
That is what I'm about to
I think it's written
I
text.
thought it was speak.
I'm not sure. Read it. As you're reading that, you can see the Goliath picks up this small little goblin and with just his hand pins his neck against the tree, holding him up. You can see there's very faint breathing, but he's not looking the greatest. But he's still staying there. As you guys are just in the middle of the swamp holding this goblin. What's the spell say?
It says that I can understand any spoken language that you hear. You can also understand any written language that you see, but you have to be touching.
Okay. So you could spend some time to learn that, but your goblin does not look like he has much time.
Yeah.
His the vicious words that truly hurt his soul from being called a coward seem to have done some physical damage to him.
If these guys hold their turn, can I do healing word on them?
Yeah, you sure can.
And kind of patch him a little
You're
bit?
basically out of combat now, so you could do healing word if you
Just
wanted
to
to.
patch him a little bit so he won't, so he can do that.
Yep.
So he has some time to understand him, and then we can actually communicate with him.
Yeah, you sure can.
You insult him, basically kill him, and then,
And then bring him back so that we can interrogate him. Yeah.
kill him.
Alright.
I am 1/6 son of a
So you
bitch.
got healing word. So
Yep.
you gonna sing to him, or are you gonna talk to him? What are you saying?
Oh, who's a good goblin?
It's. It doesn't say.
No, I'm saying this.
Oh.
What are you doing? Your DM requires some sort of
okay.
word for this.
Hold on. Let's see what I roll first.
No, let's see what you say first.
Well, I'm gonna base what I say off of what I roll.
Oh, sure. All right.
1d4 plus your spell casting. Oh man, I don't want to heal him that much. What's my other one? Cure wounds.
Is it a
That's
ritual
more.
or a-
Oh, okay. 3. Damn it. I heal him by 8.
8.
Good lord. Okay.
So what are you saying? Is your spellcasting modifier that much? What does it say? Is it
spell-
Oh my.
yeah, it's +5.
+5? You have 20 charisma.
No. My
Is it your
my
spellcasting
spell
modifier?
my spell attack modifier is +5. Yeah,
Really?
so is mine. Yeah, I have +3 charisma.
All right. Sure. Yeah.
It's plus your mine is wisdom plus proficiency bonus.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I always thought it was just the normal one, but I could be very wrong.
From what I gathered, it was.
What do I say?
It'll be the same.
proficiency.
Yeah. What are you saying? What are you saying?
So I'm still hanging from the tree at this point, right?
If you want to be.
Well, I haven't come down yet, so I'm still probably hanging from this tree.
Yeah, and you see just below you your Goliath friend, about like 3 feet. You could probably jump to it if you wanted to. But
I'll
usually,
jump to his shoulder.
you jump onto his shoulder as he's holding this goblin, and you kind of sit on the shoulder like a parrot.
Just squatting. Okay, look, I'm sorry. I didn't really fully mean it. I mean, I'm sure your mother and your dad loved you greatly. I mean, you're probably well admired by your superiors. I think you'll be okay. Just suck it up, you'll be good. You'll be okay.
As you finish the sentence, you can see he kind of stirs for a little bit, and his eyes open. There's a slight calmness and warmth to his smile as he looks as the Goliath is pinching his neck. He kind of, but you do see, he looks like he's pretty much better than he was before.
While I'm standing on his shoulder, I'm just standing there flipping him off.
So as you're saying these peaceful words, his tiny little gnome finger is just pointing directly at the goblin. All right, so he is sitting there and he looks around.
Common? Don't kill me. No.
As you see this giant bear beside him, kind of getting spittle on his face. He goes, "Ah!"
Do you speak common?
Yes.
Mega Man, release a tiny bit so he can talk.
Do you?
No.
Mega Man, we gotta be able to understand him. Right now he can't talk. Don't drop him. Just
Fine.
All right, so you just kind of put your thumb and middle finger just on the sides of the bark, and he's kind of resting on the top of your head.
Thank you. Master's much better now.
stop talking.
I am.
Stop talking.
What about?
Who are you working for? Where are you going? Where were you running off to?
To cave. Home. Just there.
You will take us to said cave.
Okay.
And he points.
That way.
What's the guy's name that we're?
Clayton.
Do you know Clayton?
Yes, Clinton.
Where is he?
I don't know. Been a while since we've seen him.
Squeeze. Where is Clayton?
Haven't seen Clinton in like 3 days. Been a long time. I'm just sentry.
Is there
was
something
the
I can
last
do to
time?
see if he's lying?
Sure, write an insight check.
Ah, shit. Oh, that's not bad. 14.
I rolled a 14. He has a -1 in charisma. You can definitely see he is panicked, but he does seem like he is telling the truth.
Okay.
It seems like he's not in the best situation, but he seems to be a little bit like he doesn't really care if he dies or not, so he's just saying what he says. He seems truthful though.
Okay.
I
It's
say
not, no.
you hush. I say we just grab him and make him take us to his cave.
Tie a rope around his neck.
a rope, how about I just keep my hand on it? Makes it quick and easy if I have to, bye-bye.
Yeah, if he tries to run away, you just yank it up
I
and
start
hang him.
walking towards the cave.
Okay, you start walking towards the cave. This big bear is going there.
Okay.
I'm more helpful if I talk. Don't choke me. Do you want to know how many in there?
Yes.
Yeah, let off a little bit.
Okay.
Thank you. If you let me run, I can go away. I tell you what's in there.
You're going to tell us anyways. Tell us what you know. Who's in there? What's in there? What do we have to expect?
First, promise you let me go.
Sure.
We'll let you go, and as long as you don't go into the cave to warn them.
I run away.
Good.
I don't want any part.
Good. You can run away. Just tell us what you want to know. What we want to know.
There's traps.
Okay.
When you first get in, there's tripwire. Very small, very faint. That will alert all the others in the room. There's usually 14 or 15 in the whole cave. There is in main room, you will see, there will probably be a whole bunch of our friends. And maybe some of their pets. It's helpful there.
Is there any of them that's going to know where Clayton is? Is there anybody who's going to have that knowledge?
Yes, the captain will. The captain stays in his room, though, with the prisoners.
Who's the prisoners?
We only have one, waiting for Clayton. Clayton is supposed to find the one. Big plate armored man. Smells too good for gas.
Okay.
But our boss man in that chamber. No, if you let me go.
If we find out you're lying, if we find out there's something that you didn't tell us, we will find you.
No, better yet. Who has rope?
You have rope.
Oh, okay.
He's looking around, like kind of just his eyes are darting between each other, looking for things. Just sees the bear's butt as he's walking towards the cave, and three people around him, terrified.
I say we tie the little gaffer up to the tree and gag him. And
No. Take his hands and his feet, tie them together behind him, and then just hang him, so he can't go anywhere. And he's hanging up. He'll basically be hanging upside down.
Good idea. And then, if you say that you're truthful and honest, when we come back out of the cave, we will let you go.
So you better speak now. If there's something you left out, you might want to let us know, because if we find
Roll
something,
either a persuasion or an intimidation.
Intimidation.
Okay.
The thing is, if you tie his hands up and then lift him by it, that'll actually
+3.
11.
No, that's why
11?
he ties feet too.
Oh,
You can see as you say that his face looks very solemn,
feet and his
scared.
arms.
It seems like he would follow along with you. So as you're saying that,
I spoke the truth. You don't have to tie me up, though, but
I have trust
I
issues.
don't have much option.
it'll be fine. Not trust him, but
We'll tie him up, and just to be safe.
alright.
Because if anything goes wrong, I get to rip him in half.
If you
I was
tie loosely, I'll tell you about the bridge.
you tell us about the bridge now, because you brought it up.
Damn it. Okay, so after the first eating area, it's where we hunt stuff, bring food, so yummy. Running just past there, we have big cave. We just put refuse in bottom cave. But there's bridge, rope bridge, very good for goblins, not so good for big people. We usually would cut it if people get too close, and they fall into pits, and we eat them later. Be careful of the rope bridge. You'll probably see goblins run there if you're not too sneaky.
Okay, fair enough. Legman, time up.
No, that loosely. You said loosely.
Like we talked about.
Loosely it is.
Loosely.
So yeah, he'll tie him up.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hands behind, feet come back, so you're tying feet and hands together.
Oh, so basically like a pig spit roast, like they
Basically,
tie.
yeah,
okay.
but behind his back, and then you just hang him from the tree, so he's hanging basically like this.
Oh, okay, so you
Yeah.
basically just like a pinata up there.
Basically, yeah. so that he
No, it hurts.
so if he tries to escape, basically he's falling 15 feet out of a tree, or however tall that is.
All right.
Jeez.
You can see
sadistic bastard.
tied
So
back,
tiny.
ropes right around the ankles and the wrists, tied up, mouth open still, unless you gagged him.
No, we gagged him.
Yeah, he's gagged.
Okay,
He can't
he's
scream.
gagging.
I'm sorry for these people.
As he's hung up there, you apologize to them, but you guys,
How close am I to the cave by now? Because I didn't
You
hear
were-
any of that.
yeah, no, you were walking right up to the cave. You wouldn't know about any traps or anything like
Yeah.
that. So you continue walking through. Do you go? You just went up to the cave, right?
I'm just walking towards it.
Okay, yeah, you walk towards the cave. It's about 10 foot, 10, 15 foot up of an archway. It goes into darkness, rocky stone, kind of half-carved walls, about 15 feet wide. Or a 10, 15 feet wide cave.
How did we lose the bear?
It is dark in there.
Where
As
did
you
this
guys
guy
see,
go?
there's a bear walking towards the cave. I'm gonna have to get you to roll a perception check. Just real fast.
Do you think is he more than 60 feet away from me?
He's probably more than 60 feet, yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking, it's. Well, I guess I'm a bear. I don't give a shit. What was it?
It's your perception.
24.
24? As you're
crap.
stepping, because bear, as a druid, he gets to keep his stats,
Oh.
intelligence-wise. As you continue forward, you start to realize you look, and just in front of you, there is a small, faint little line ahead of you that looks like it's attached to something off in the corner. And as you stop there, your friends, I assume, are going to rush up to the bear. or-
Yeah,
Okay. After you tied him up,
I'm
After
still
I
on his
said that,
shoulder.
after I said where the bear was, I head off.
you guys headed
I'm
off
gonna
there.
hold back.
I-
I'm still gonna follow, but I'm gonna hold back just in case it's an ambush.
Okay, so you hold
Well, I'm
back
still
about
on
10
your
feet.
shoulder.
I like creep over that and keep walking.
Okay, you keep walking in.
Yeah.
So you see your bear walk into this cavern as you other guys rush up towards the cave. As you get there, who's running in first? It would be the elf.
Yeah, it'd be
He's
the
alive,
elf,
so-
'cause he was the one.
You start running in towards the cave.
Run towards the cave, but not into it.
Okay, you stop at the edge of the cave,
Yeah.
and you can see there is a bear kind of slowly looking in there.
Because I see the bear walking in. I'm like,
Yep.
Well, you could like.
what? How far away from me is?
Well, you can see me,
It's
and
about-
it's a dark cave.
Yeah, it's
so
about 10, 15 feet in.
It's within your dark
Can we
vision.
not just
Okay,
like?
I'll just use a
hold on.
magic hand and like put it right in front of his face and like tap him on his
Okay,
nose.
you see, as you're kind of walking through, just stepped over the tripwire, you look, and you see this faint, sparking, purplish hand kind of go right up to your nose and boop, tap you in the nose.
I try and bite it.
It just goes right through. Actually,
I think
I think it actually has a hit point. Yeah, I think it does. So as you go to bite it, dispels. Kind of tastes like pretty.
That tastes pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are off the edge of the cave there.
I stopped, by the way.
Okay, you stop.
from that.
Okay, you were at the edge of the cave as the bear stopped there.
And I catch up to him. I get him to put me down, and I.
Okay, you walk up. So you guys are all just at the entrance of the cave, and you're about 10 feet back.
Yeah, I'm just holding back still.
Is he in range of me to kind of like quietly like yell at him?
quietly.
Quietly.
Quietly yell.
It's 15 feet. If
He's
you
about
look
15
at
feet
it,
away from you, yeah.
If you just talk to me, I'd hear you.
Oh, that's all you are. You're only 15 feet.
I'm just 15 feet in from the
Yeah,
mouth
that's
of the
why I
cave.
was
I
like,
do that.
smacking his
Like
nose.
10 feet past the...
Okay, you do that little subtle.
Because I want you to come to just because you clearly got past the tripwire.
Yeah.
So instead of doing a check, because I'm sure if we'd probably have to do the perception check too, would we not?
Of course, yes.
Well, if you guys know it's there, you just
You guys
have to
were
figure out
told by
where.
the goblin that there was traps.
Can I try and like deactivate it somehow, or like?
You haven't seen a trap yet.
I'll look
Do you
for
want to make a trap?
first?
Okay, make an investigation check.
I just sit there and stare at the mouth of the cave.
Yeah, you just see this bear sitting on all four.
And I'm like waving it. I'm waving
I
at
got
you to
24
come
total.
back.
24 total. You see right in front of you a very fine silk line
I have
that's
waited
made of a very thin steel,
species.
trapped off to the side. What looks like very rudimentary cans, helmets, all strung up in the corner along a small little line, all on lines dangling together. That you get the feeling that if that was moved, the helmet, the armor, the cans, the stuff like that would all rattle together, making some noise.
Kind of like a wind chime of sorts.
Essentially, but if it's hit there, it's an
Makes a
alarm.
lot more noise, yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
You see that line, and you point it out, and so
Yeah.
everybody knows that there is a line right there. You all can very stealthily.
You know what we really should do at one point with some of these, like with that one especially? We should just sit there, run out, wait outside the cave. Next, like 10 minutes later,
I mean, if you want to, but
That would arouse.
All you hear is
it would do a lot of friction.
as there's this bear growling there.
Just sitting there.
you guys don't
Okay.
understand a word I say.
With your perception, you do hear low.
Monsters, huh? Monster!
You hear that coming from the cave further in, not too far from where you are.
Actually, the bear doesn't have a bad idea. If you were to essentially play the ding dong ditch game, run out, and if you're stealthy enough,
Okay, you speak bear.
if we did that, we could tell him when you're in there. Because right now we don't know if that little guy's telling the truth. We haven't, you can think
assume
and
he's telling
trust
the
all you
truth.
want, but
You
never
don't have
know.
anything to lose.
because he might think he'd be able to.
I kind of did an insight check though, and he was telling the truth.
Yeah, but how do we know he hasn't untied himself and ran off
Who does
by
an
now?
inside check? That's weird.
Okay, bud.
You got the feeling that the goblin.
I got the feeling.
Also, the fact that your tactician is the 6 intelligence Goliath.
I know. Yeah, no,
You see a spout of wisdom sprout out from this tactical mind.
no. I
That
think
is
we
Vagamin.
should just be very, very subtle, or send our 2 small guys, have him transform back out of from bear form, and have our 2 smallest guys just kind of creepily.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna stay here at the mall.
Waddle your ways in there.
Yeah. Because if worse comes to worse, I might be able to talk my way out of something.
Just
They're
insult them to
goblins.
death.
Well, the ones go calling us and say the other ones don't.
I have trust
but they're
issues,
scamming
so I'm just
reason
gonna
with
sit at the mouth of the cave.
Yeah,
Okay,
you stay there.
so Vagamin stays out at the mouth of the cave.
You know what? I think you should come with too, though, because you're kind of a damage dealer. So if worse comes to worse,
Okay.
or unless you don't want to, in which case it's just gonna be us 2. We can scout it out. Because do you have dark vision?
60 feet.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'm not sure if that
Is it
still
a bear?
works with a bear.
Does the bear have dark vision? It'll say on there.
I don't see anything.
In one of the boxes.
Just says keen sense or keen smell, which gives me good passive perception or wisdom advantage. On
I don't know if
perception
you have
checks.
that.
I don't have dark vision with
Are
the
you a
bear.
brown
Is
bear?
he
Or?
changing out of a bear?
I
then
am a
before you
brown
walk
bear.
in
Yes. I was going to be a black bear, but I thought brown bear would be better.
There? Are you gonna change out of a bear before you head in there, or are you just gonna?
Hell no.
Well, then there's no point of you going in. You're too big.
It's a cave.
There's no point of you following
don't have
him
dark
because
vision.
that would look more suspicious than just a random bear walking into a cave. What'd you say?
Yeah. Well, or we just all go in and fight whatever comes towards us.
I would say don't send everybody in at first.
Why though?
I go
For reasons.
and I start walking in real slow, like
Okay, start walking in.
Either you follow.
tired
him
of these
and-
bitches.
I'm
You're
following
following
because
them.
I just want to go in.
So are you following
Random
right behind
bear.
him, or are you riding on top of him? What are you doing?
Ooh, I'm riding on top of him.
Do you let him ride on top of you?
You know what? For how much lazy shit you've done, you're gonna let me ride on top of you.
I wouldn't take that.
You're
I,
not there. You're not there.
As he jumps on my back, I go up like this and start scratching my back on the edge of the cave wall.
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Okay,
Kill him.
Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
roll a d20.
18.
18. Okay, you manage to kind of crawl off to the side as he starts scratching himself, holding on still. You manage to get, he's kind of scratching against the wall. He seems to enjoy it a lot. But you seem okay. You don't take any damage from it.
Now my back is actually.
While you're doing that,
Dude, I'm funkin'.
you do notice movement heading towards you because you're making quite a bit of commotion. And you hear a "Roo, roo." Coming around the corner. You see, riding on top of wolves, 2 goblins come run in, bows at the ready to fire at you. As you hear, Lassie! An alarm goes off. Then you can hear a couple of bells and more movement coming towards you.
God damn it.
As you see
I'm a
this
bear. Just let it go.
this group of goblins run towards this bear as you are scratching against the corner of the thing. Kind of stop. Woo! As these group of goblins come rushing in.